Fight fam, smash that like button, subscribe, and hit that notification. Class in session. National Golden Glove winner, 5-division world champion, 2-time Fighter of the Year, International Boxing Hall of Famer Thomas the Hitman Hearns. Originally known as the Motor City Cobra, Hearns based his game largely around his physical advantages. The 6'1", 78-inch wingspan, Hearns started his career at welterweight and was clearly a dominating physical presence. Hearns' jab was one of the best in boxing and the basis of his skill set. With his tremendous reach, he could stay outside and rarely had to step with the jab, which made it super quick and hard to time on top of the elite hand speed he already possessed. Most of the time, Hearns threw a flick jab or an up jab off the waist, but could throw any type of jab with masterful efficiency.
Said he's right back outside. 30 seconds to go on round 6. Jennings trying to... The Kraken should get off. Has been doing a fine job throughout this fight. Kraken closer to Tommy. But you know about that second win.
Trunks. Rize there. There's the end of the round.
A little bit more than we might have. He really didn't have a jab at all. He's round. We are yet. That is not bad. Don't worry on the point of the chin. Small cut, left side, and he should be.
And that's it. It's getting close.
Leonard wants to let that right hand.
That was a harder punch.
And those late ones are oh so hard to win. What I like about Hearns is he's willing.
Now, better than people thought he was.
After establishing his elite jab, Hearns also showed to have a great left hook, which would leave his opponents reaching to catch a jab as the hook came around and snapped their head sideways.
Veteran judges.
That Hearns has elected the throws.
Ones are pancakes, those later ones.
Hearns also had an elite feint game which worked to disguise the jab, hesitate opponents, and set up tremendous crosses and overhands. Hearns had everything from various hand and foot feints to pre-slips and level change feints.
That's right, Ray. Looks great. Looks great. Right corner of the left eye. When you're in a fight, you have to have a game. Number 4, scheduled for 10 at 5.
Big ring, with no voice in the scoring.
Come the 12th man in boxing history. Again, Hearns wins the battle of Simpson. He really didn't have a jab at all. He's trying, but Citro has already had to go to work today. And don't worry, Tommy, it's not bad. Don't worry. To box here and move. Maybe perhaps to protect the eye, perhaps he thump with that right hand to Thomas's left side, and he should be.
Tentative here in the early going, and Duran having a little problem with the canvas. Ain't in the West. Tim Ryan and Gil Clancy, well-round title bout.
Elite jab and feint game in full swing, Hearns would start to take advantage of out-of-position opponents with his tremendous overhands and crosses. Either jab or feint or the combination of both would typically make Hearns' opponents duck over the back leg to try and evade, but again, the 78-inch wingspan made it nearly impossible to avoid. Hearns would punish opponents leaning over the back leg or stepping out in a straight line.
For example, Dwight Davidson, Alex Ramos, they couldn't stop Hearns. You have to have a strategy. Under 30 seconds now.
You see the clock, 30 seconds to go. And in all likelihood, Hearns is only here for this brief vacation.
All-round title bout.
Tommy Hearns should be working that jab overtime. Instead, he's looking
In the corner of the left eye of Roberto Duran.
Here's Roberto Duran standing straight as a stick right in front of Tommy Hearns. Hearns is measuring him now, weaves a little bit, and bang, right on the chin with a good right hand.
Tremendous shot by Thomas Hearns, and he immediately had Duran trying to cover up. An instinct, though, Gil. He's just hanging a big right hand.
That's it, Tim.
Punish punches. Oh, Leonard! Now he's one. Much quicker on foot. Left just lay out there.
Hearns also had a sneaky lead cross he would deploy occasionally after turning square to his opponents.
Hearns just used two feints that I never saw before. I thought he was
Hearns backing
An overhand right.
punch. Brown scheduled for 10. 5.
McCracken.
Flurry there by Hearns.
First round.
Shout out to Wilson Caden, who touched on this in the past. Hearns preferred to circle to the strong side. Circling to the strong side involves the danger of running into your opponent's backhand, but yet again, the length of Hearns lessened the risk. The benefit of moving towards the strong side is possibly squaring up your opponent and exposing their center line if their footwork isn't on point. If the opponent doesn't step along pace with Hearns or pivot in time, Hearns had to clear openings. By the time the cross step landed with the back leg, if the op didn't adjust, he was got. The Hitman was a great counterpuncher as well. Again, after the jabs and feints were successful, Hearns would simply bait the jab to fade away and check hook, or he would drop the lead hand, signaling openings to attack and check hook, complete with the step or the pivot out.
Very intriguing tactical.
Blood from the nose of Hearns again.
Seems to be.
Does his hand speed look as quick as he's been able to hit the talk so far? Marvin Hagler.
Do you have any questions about?
As you can see, it's not a slow starter. As we've said a couple of times already, classic in form.
Clancy, round one scheduled for 12, remember, under
Again, after the feints and jab was established, Hearns would also pull back the lead hand, signaling attack for his opponents, then be waiting with the short 1-2 or lead backhand cross, which would catch them on the step inside.
Throw, Hearns has been a cry from the fight up.
On the inside, Andres has it tired.
Especially when Hearns dropped or holstered his lead hand, opponents that wanted to jab had to be wary of Hearns' elite head movement and slip and pull counters, as he often loved to involve that devastating overhand right.
Tommy walked right off the ropes. But I'll take my hand off to the guy. The guy really had punches on Tommy because he that right hand.
Cut. Over the left.
Remember, I had
Might
suggested.
have expected. Boxing a little bit. Boxer. Watch for the Hearns right. There it was. And Andres just went flat and his head banged on the canvas. That won the last round is now.
Since Hearns' game was mostly to control distance from the outside, his defense consisted of the aforementioned head movement, footwork, a highly effective long guard, and a good control game. He displayed high-level skills like head control, pinning, framing, blinding, and manipulation, making the transitions from offense to defense or defense to offense much more efficient.
5, but done little else for the last 3 rounds. Hearns showing now some signs of fatigue as he did in round.
Is there any special punch that you'd throw if you were McCracken to get yourself in?
With his old friend. In the ring. Here's him, and he told Tommy to get that left hook vertically as most heads in. Fight resumes.
Can begin to judge Hearns has hurt Andres. The bad news was he got hurt and he got cut, carrying his left hand so low. He's just wide open. Cutman Ralph Citro again went down, and he's doing so very effectively. Right, but he should be trying to get in. Giving instructions to the fighters side, and he should be trying it more often. Hearns. The light heavyweight division is not what it was.
That was Hearns. No question. Two great fighters.
They're throwing their best shots at each other now. Hearns
Gets hit.
Very tough and durable, big guy.
The second round.
Tommy has to be very cool. Figure out just what McCracken's game.
He has good concentration.
Respect Andre's power. Actually, it's the cut, which has been years past during the reigns of the heavyweight division is a disaster.
Hearns is a better boxer as much as they're scoring.
The Hitman didn't have that nickname for nothing. When Hearns figured he hurt his opponent, he became a monster. Another level of intensity and athleticism kicked in, and he basically became a highly skilled street fighter.
He let Tommy walk right off the ropes that time. He's hurt again.
Right hand by Hearns. Wobbled McCracken. He's in different cut. Over the left eye of McCracken.
McCracken is starting to look very, very weary and very tired, and he's hurt.
He's wobbled again on accommodation from Hearns. Legs starting to go under McCracken.
He's ready now, Tim.
Back again.
Can't go much further.
Hearns sensing it, banging to the body.
Can't go much
The referee watching it, saying that's it.
Fight resumes. Richards is ready to go.
Right behind it by the champion. Duran in trouble again in his corner. Has not hung on at all now. Just trying to cover up. Another solid right hand by Thomas Hearns in a combination. The referee Padilla watching it.
He's up in the air again.
Duran just fighting on instinct, though, Gil. He's just hanging a big right hand. That's it, Tim. And it is all over. A second round knockout for the Hitman, Thomas Hearns.
Thomas, the Hitman Hearns, all-time great.